Hey friends! Well, it's been about a week since I had my stem cell educator therapy. Thanks for everyone who has reached out and texted, commented, called, messaged, all the things. Appreciate your support, your prayers, your interest. Thank you so much. It's been a rough week. My body is one big science experiment. So very thankful for the opportunity. It's been a lot. It's been very intense. We got back from New Jersey late Saturday night, and I did have a magical Friday in New York City with my daughter. She came up with us for the weekend and came up Thursday night, and then we all headed back to South Carolina Saturday night. So I'll be posting some pictures of our amazing Friday in New York City. She had never been there, and I lived there for a while after I graduated from college, so it was super fun. It's been a very, very, very intense week. I've needed to keep track, a very, very detailed track of all of my boluses, which is the insulin I take before I eat normally. A basal, which is the insulin I take 24 hours. It's a long-lasting insulin. And just any food I intake, any exercise, any ups with sugar, any down, lows, highs, lows, all the things, and just try to keep a very, very detailed record of what's going on in terms of my blood sugar level so that I can report back to the doctor. So it's been a lot. And then the other big shift for those of you who understand how type 1 diabetes works, normally for any type of food that I intake, I have to take insulin to cover the food that I eat to make sure that it is enough insulin for all of the food so that it doesn't go high. My blood sugar doesn't go high 2 hours later. If the 2 hour mark is usually the insulin I've taken has done all its work, and if it worked well, then my sugar is within range between 70 and 140. If I didn't take enough, if I took too much insulin, it could be lower than that. If I took too much insulin or not enough, then it would be higher than that, et cetera, et cetera. Well, the big shift this week for my diabetes therapy is that I'm not taking any insulin before a meal. I'm eating small portions throughout the day, and then, or I'm supposed to eat small portions throughout the day, and then I am taking a bolus 2 hours afterwards if my blood sugar is high. So I know the stem cell therapy treatment or educator therapy treatment is working because I have had a number of times where I have not needed to take any insulin 2 hours later. So my body has supplied enough insulin of its own to not need more. I also did a couple nights ago, I did have a low in the morning, which is at 4 a.m., which normally would be dangerous and be a problem, but actually I'm excited about that because that means that my basal, which is my 24-hour shot, which I really am not supposed to be adjusting that much, or at least the doctor didn't anticipate that should start there. I've lowered it to 2 units. I normally take 20 units a night, and I've lowered it to 18 because I'm seeing lows without in a fasting mode. So and then I'm definitely, when I feel discouraged about again, my blood sugar should not be more than it's 70 to 140 is the ideal range. After a meal, going to 180 is not unhealthy. So I've had some highs that are up to 300. I've had some highs that are in the 200 range, and my husband's like, yeah, but that's because you didn't take any insulin. It's still not like crazy high. So the therapy is definitely working. Just in this week 1, I am exhausted with it. I have been completely off caffeine. So the food restrictions are no caffeine. I take that back. It's no coffee. I asked, well, is it also caffeine? He's like, no, specifically it's the coffee that hurts the cells, or it stimulates the wrong part of the cell. So no coffee, no alcohol, no spicy foods, and I feel like there was one more that I'm forgetting. Maybe not. And then Dr. Zhao just wanted me to eat small, very small portions. He didn't give me a carb or calorie limit to that, so it was a little bit gray. And then I've been targeting foods that are lower in, help with inflammation. So chicken, white meat versus red meat, ginger, turmeric, dark greens, berries, any foods that have antioxidants. I'll go through that at another time as well. So it's been a good week. It's been a tiring week. And then Dr. Zhao did call me tomorrow. I'm flying out, getting up at flying out at 6 a.m. to go back to New Jersey to the clinic to get an infusion of my own stem cells. So he kept a batch of my cells that were educated, and he's been culturing them. So treating them like little babies, fertilizing them, I don't know how much to describe it, but culturing them. And he's going to give me a 2-hour infusion tomorrow from 1:30 to 3:30. And I'm excited because my husband is going to be able to fly up with me and to get to meet Dr. Zhao. And then I do plan to go over just, get his feedback on my data, my blood sugars and all that stuff, and see what switches. I do have a ton of videos from my time with him, and I'm looking forward to sharing those. And I'm going to need to do a lot of editing, so that's why it's probably going to take me a little while. But I wanted to at least push out a quick update so that you're not totally in the dark. Many of you have asked for a follow-up, so here it is. And I'm sure I'll send something out tomorrow based on the infusion time, and the time with him there. So we'll keep you posted, and thanks again for all your support, your prayers, all the things. Have an awesome weekend. Bye.